Hey guys, we're back with some more Fate Grand Order. Last time we started on this section, which is, I'm assuming, going to be almost entirely like Artoria flashbacks. So, but don't get me wrong, like, I like it, but also I kind of wish this had happened at some other point, right? I feel like this just kind of ruins the pacing almost a little bit. Like, I'm sure there's a good reason why this had to happen here, but also, like, I don't know, I want to go, like, stop the calamities and stuff, right? I don't want to spend another hour on flashbacks, which, like, I'm still liking it, right? It's the thing. Which, if I wasn't liking it, don't worry, I'd tell you. Hey and Kill happened, and Olympus, and Shimosa. You guys know what I hate it, right? I'm not hating it, just... what are they? Are they berserkers? Yeah. Muramasa. I gotta assume that trope's still popular, right? But it's not that, like, it's just they don't communicate, right? And then there's just, like, I don't know how many pages it was. I heard someone say that if you were to, like, get an AI to, like, audio, like, read it, monologue it or read it out loud, it'd be like a 10 to 12 minute speech, and that it took several pages, just straight dialogue, and it was nuts. And God, seriously, I'm almost finished with the series now. I don't think it was that good. It was, like, acceptable, but that chapter alone makes me want to recommend it to everyone, because that is, like, the worst part is they just kind of play it off like the series doesn't dwell on it that much, right? That this crazy scene just happened. It almost just brushes it off, and yeah, basically, God, just thinking about it makes me it's like, sorry, I just had to go into that to someone. It's like none of my friends want to hear me talk about some Yuri series. It's happened when I was 12 years old. Anyway, Artoria Caster, let's be depressing again. Lose any more toes? Can fairies really grow toes? They've got to, right? So you're 12 now. You've done well to go this far. Right. I think it's time I sent you on an errand. I'm a little worried about letting you go alone, but you are stronger now that you can use Magecraft. It's almost like you should give her the staff back or something like that. You know where Drift Cape is, yes? There's an Earth Clan fairy living there. Oh yeah, they'd like you to bring this to him. Just make sure you're back by nightfall. And he's gonna be like a totally nice guy, right? Huh? No way, could that house be? There's no mistaking it. That lone house on the top of the cape was an iron theme park. An artisan workshop like Merlin had told me about. The kind of place at the very top of my bucket list. The kind that couldn't be found in Tintagel. The smithy! Yeah, fairies would hate this. Oh, cool! Wait, you're getting audio, right? Yeah, okay. This is amazing! Even I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I couldn't have acted more suspicious if I tried. Probably looked like a burglar. So it was no surprise when... What are you doing here, girl? Are you trying to get your head split open? Our first meeting couldn't have gone worse. His name was Hector. He was a blacksmith of the Earth Clan. Hector, is that... Wait, was that not Kay's father's name? I swear they mentioned that last time. King Arthur... Hector. Yeah, the adopted father of King Arthur. Okay. So, you know, it's a loosely following, you know, Arthurian mythos. He's an eccentric who's been living on the Cape for hundreds of years, and everyone in the village feared him. He was really stubborn and kind of scary looking, but he's a true friend and never once lied to me. Okay, she didn't kill him. That leather pouch is from Tentacle. So you weren't trying to steal my iron? You're bringing me something? You're not a burglar, This is from the Tentacle Elder. What was that? Can't hear ya. Speak up, enunciate, louder. Hector's hearing was poor, so I had to be really loud if I wanted him to hear me. What's more, he hated fairies, but his inner voice and his heart were dripping with pitch-black hatred. He's gonna kill me if I stay here too long. He really is gonna split my head open with that hammer. He's a tsundere, don't worry. My excitement about being in a real smithy gone, just had to leave the Elder's package and meet a hasty retreat. But then... Wait, let me get a good look at ya. You're the child of prophecy, aren't you? I see. It's already been 12 years since Ainsel made her prophecy. Get back to your village. It's no place for a young girl. Live out in the backwater so I don't have to see anyone. Don't you ever come here again, got it? Don't have time to deal with a child of prophecy, but actually he's thinking, he's thinking nice thoughts, isn't he? Yes, sir. Sorry for the intrusion. In a panic, I made my way out of his house, just avoiding the hammer he threw my way. I ran from the cape and straight back to the village. My steps were slow and plodding, with even less pep than usual. Looking back up there? Oh no, it's cutting back to him. I came back! Didn't I tell you to stay away? What are you doing here? Why didn't you listen to me? Is every fairy with that face actually a boar? Maybe a bear? What, you've seen other saber faces? Don't touch that, that's processed iron. Give any fairy who touches it awful high... Looks like you're okay. I see. Might look like a Wing Clan fairy. You're actually with the Demon Boar clan. Of course, that's a classic one. Of course, there is no such thing as the Demon Boar clan. What? I've been lied to? They're not afraid of the iron or the forage, huh? What, you got an interest in them? I thought Artoria said he never lied to her. Something doesn't add up here. I see. I see. Wait, hold on, wait, hold on. Go back to that, go back to that. Does she want iron to, like, either defend herself or get revenge against the fairies in Tentacle? I mean, the repetition of IC kind of... Back again, are you? Well, doubt anyone else in that village would want to spend time with me. Your outfit's rubbish. Nice that it has a lot of pockets. The seams and finish are horrible. Yeah, give your elder a message for me. Tell him I'll give him a discount if he sends someone to help me. Really? Hector, does that mean... Don't call me Hector. Just Grandpa Smithy is fine. Is this why she likes Muramasa so much? You better be here every other day to help out. Got that? Ugh, don't know who taught you how to hold a tool. You're doing it all wrong. You're gonna hurt yourself that way. You gotta learn the fundamentals. Can't have you dying in a shop accident and ruining my reputation. If you're really interested in learning what it takes to be a smith, I can teach you. But don't expect me to pay you. If anything, you ought to be paying me for these lessons. Put it all on a tab so you can pay me back when you make it big. And so I began studying a new field in preparation for my journey as the child of prophecy. Hector is rough and intimidating. He also excelled at fine craftsmanship and intricate ornamentation. A year after I started helping him, I learned that Hector is famous in certain circles as a master smith. I found out he didn't just take jobs from other villages in southwest Britain. He also occasionally got special orders from big cities like Salisbury, Oxford, even as far off as Manchester. For example, excuse me, Sir Hectorin. This is the first time a customer had shown up personally at Hector's workshop. I tried to give her a proper welcome so it would reflect well on Hector. Oh, Gawain! This is how she met our guest. Sir Hector, are you here? I'm Gawain. Sent you an order some time ago. For like half a second, I thought it was actual Gawain. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Don't know if it's intentional. She just couldn't hear me, but she ignored me completely. So you're Gawain, huh? Ever thought I'd see another Tom Lin? This is a guess? Maybe Barghest realizes they're the child of prophecy and they're just kind of, you know, pretend they didn't see anything. See, you're a strong one. Gotta be able to handle this armor then. It's all ready to go in the back room. Fits alright, I can pack it up for you today. Give me a hand, Artoria. Make sure you don't drop it. Cheap. No need for that. If it fits well. Fits well, I'll just wear it out. I see. Alright, come with me then. Artoria, you stay here and tidy up. I heard the clatter of armor being put on in the back room, along with Hector and the fairy's conversation. Apparently, she was an amazing upper-class Fang clan fairy who had been chosen to become a Tom Lin. She was also well-known in Gloucester social circles, had impeccable manners, was strong as she was tall. She obviously had enough money to buy the silver armor Hector had been working on for the last 4 years. It's a long time to be working on armor. For some reason, I found myself getting angry. This is fantastic work, Sir Hector. Grateful you're here to do it. It's a fulfilling job. Only one I have had since I came here. Really? I think an artisan of your skill could easily find work anywhere. I know this is rude of me to suggest, but my own city still lacks a sizable smithy. Do you think you might be amenable to moving there? Huh? What the hell is she on about? Do you hear that? Almost sounded like a bullfrog. Maybe a night crow? Stay out of this, you idiot. You know she's a Tom Lin. But come on, Grandpa. Who the hell does she think she is trying to persuade you to move away? Won't deny that I had something of a foul mouth by this point. Blame Merlin for that. Still, I really was mad now, pardon my French. But I marched up to the Tom Lin and glared at her, hoping I'd make her leave. Tori's like 12 at this point, so I assume she's smaller than normal. Well, you must be Sir Hector's apprentice. I can understand how you feel. I'd be sad to part ways with a trusted mentor as well. I'm therefore willing to forgive this outburst. But regardless, don't talk to me again until you've grown up some. When you're as tall as I am, it's a literal pain in the neck to talk to smaller people. Not that I imagine anyone of your size could ever even begin to understand what it's like. With that, the Tom Lin up and left. It was clear she had forgotten all about me the moment she stopped speaking to me. Her signature on Hector's order slip didn't say Gawain, it said Barghest. But why censor it out if it's gonna say it anyway? Nasu, does he just like, what's the name of it? Forigana that much? Some weird curse kept me from reading it. But since I can always tell when someone's lying, I could see through it. Oh, okay, there's a point to it. Gonna remember that name. You see if I don't. Not bad. Ran out of things to teach you in only 4 years. Apprentice or not, you're a fully fledged smith now. You're 16 now? Not much we can do about your lack of magical energy, though. How are things with the village fairies? They still believe you're the child of prophecy? Things are the same as ever there. Half the village still doesn't believe I am. Everyone wants to send the child of prophecy on her way, though, so things are more or less work out. What about you, Grandpa? Do you really think I'm the child of prophecy? Why ask me? I'm gonna care less about Tintagel. I'll go gather some sand from the beach. We need to make a lot of jewelry starting tomorrow. There's a festival coming up in the... Oh, is that Kate said? Village soon. We ordered a bunch of cheap trinkets. Is it pronounced cat? I thought it was Kate. Hector is very good with his hands, so in addition to weapons, armor, and household items, he also made jewelry. His workbench was always covered with different kinds of ornaments and accessories. He said they were just cheap trinkets meant to fool children. For someone like me, who'd only ever had one outfit to call her own, they may as well have been the crown jewels. They glittered like stars in the night sky, red, blue, green, sometimes even yellow. Apparently I had a habit of stopping what I was doing and gazing at the barrettes that were all displayed on the workbench. One day, on my second autumn of helping there, Hector saw me absorbed in them and said, "If you want, go ahead and take one to keep for reference. And write it off within the margin of error." What's a barrette? Barrette. The hair clip. Does Artoria Caster have a hair clip? Hold on. She has a hat on. It's hard to tell. Unless it looked like a hair clip. It could have been something else. For Smith, the margin of error refers to products that are cracked or broken in the process of making something. Thank you, Natsu. Course Actor would never make anything defective. It is kind enough to offer me one anyway, to encourage me. But thanks, but no thanks. If I brought something in my own bag, they'd just take it away again. I was thrilled that he offered it to me. I wanted so much to accept it that my vision blurred with tears. But the fairies of Tentacle proved to the staff of selection that I could never have anything I really cared about. Still, it did help me remember a conversation I had when I was younger. It was with Merlin, and I was recklessly working day and night to try to move things along as fast as I could. Man, it sucks when things that should have disappeared long ago just stick around, like those narrow-minded fairies keep trying to control you. And don't worry, like, Barghest will come and kill him in, like, any day now. This is the worst. Everyone in Britain is so awful now. Just kidding. But if that's how you feel, Artoria, you should say so. It's okay to want what you want. You don't have to deny yourself. Now, what is it you want the most right now? Don't be embarrassed, just tell me. I want a spell that can blow an enemy to smithereens. Yeah, like this. I see. So you need a tool that can charge with magical energy. A spell you can use to make gunpowder explode. Like a gun. This is dangerously close to magical terrorism. Then again, there's no telling when or where the black dogs might come after you. Okay, I'll try putting together a little recipe. Just give me 6 days, okay? See, I think there's a smith in Norwich who's an expert in this sort of thing. You're so kind and helpful, Merlin. But you've been on a lot of dates, haven't you? Of course. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't really understand much about the whole love business. It's a lot like food for me. Instead of thinking about my companion, all I think about is what it tastes like. What? Yeah, of course. That's kind of why neither fairies nor humans ever had much love for me. But then, once, I suddenly thrust into a role where I had to be romantic, ended up being better at it than anyone else. Honestly, more unsure of what that says about me than anyone. You don't have a single lover, even though you're the mage of flowers? Aren't you lonely? Maybe, but probably not too much since I didn't realize it until you said something. Just something I ever worried about. I always knew it'd be forever out of reach. That said, for me, studying magecraft, looking for a way to save Britain, finding a lover, are all basically the same. Yeah? What do you mean? What I mean is, it might be lonesome to look for a star you know doesn't exist. It's also kind of fun. This gotta be over on. The festival? Then on the morning I turned 16, that's the day the village got burned down, right? The village fairies all gathered in the town square and told me, "We want to see proof. Proof that you really are the child of prophecy. That blacksmith who lives on the cliffs is an imperial guard. You're the only one he's not wary of. You're the only one he trusts. If you're truly the fairy destined to save Britain, then kill him for us. Please, we're so anxious. Our every day is filled with fear. So go on, prove you can protect us by taking care of him." Okay, I kind of thought it was going to end it there. Oh, that's the end of my autumn memories. Is she going to go through with it though? Like, I'm going to say no. Because there's no way they make a Saberface commit murder, right guys? He's going to die tragically, like protecting her or something. Then my guest is going to get angry and show up and be like, okay, Artoria Casper, you can get out of here. Like, did Morgan even want to kill her? Because remember, like, Morgan didn't care about Artoria whenever you know, she showed up in Camelot. She's like, yeah, I don't care. Ring a bell, I'll kill you though. Gonna bring in Buster Squad. Like, I could be talking about like depressing Artoria Caster stuff right now, but no. We need levity.
Apparently the Earth Clan fairy living on the Cape used to be one of Queen Morgan's Imperial Guards a long time ago.
Oh wait, so he has seen another saber face. Okay.
The village fairy's worry was genuine. They really did believe that killing Hector would keep the village safe. So they closed in around me and begged me in all sincerity. Please kill him for us. If you really are the child of prophecy, then kill the Queen's agent for us. It would have been almost impossible to refuse, so like always, took the easy way out. And so, okay, I will. I'm the child of prophecy after all. Decided to do what they wanted of me, went off to kill my friend. She's not gonna do it. This is why I said I could never have anything I really cared about. I have to kill him. I have to kill him. I have to kill him. If I don't kill him, they'll think I'm an imposter and they'll kill me instead. It was easy to sneak in, since Hector is hard of hearing. He's sleeping on his stone bed, completely defenseless. In my hand, I had a rusty iron knife the fairies had given me. Truth is, it wasn't impossible to refuse. I was just scared. Scared of being called an imposter. Scared of getting beaten for being useless. Scared that my life so far might have been for nothing. And so, yeah,
and he was awake the whole time.
Get so fed up and angry that I brought the knife down as hard as I could.
But no, he didn't die though. She brought it down as hard as she could, like on something else.
Oh well, maybe things will work out. I sheathed the now chipped knife and began walking the dark path to the village. I was practically trembling with fear. I also knew the village fairies were simple folk. I was almost strangely optimistic that I could get out of this as long as I explained everything.
Don't let her fool you. She didn't kill the blacksmith. Watching the whole time. Didn't do anything to him. Just cut one of his helmets. That's not all. I know her magecraft is fake too. It's all just smoke and gunpowder. She's not the child of prophecy. She's not special at all. What did you say? Is that true?
Oh, was that Friend?
Yeah, that was Fred. Come on, Fred. Why would you do that? You wouldn't kill one of Morgan's agents. Then she can't be the child of prophecy. I knew it didn't make sense.
I tried to run away, but the village fairies were all stronger than me, had more magical energy too.
Grab Castor! Grab the liar! God, her last name was Castor. That is still ridiculous. Hand her over to Woodwell's executioners as a child of prophecy imposter.
They caught me in no time and threw me in an underground jail. The fairy who accused me was smiling so smugly, so triumphantly, but I wasn't surprised. Whenever she talked to me claiming to be my friend, she was always consumed with envy and doubt. She wasn't a bad person, it's just fairy nature. Even when you know someone is objectively worse off than you are, you just can't help but be jealous when they're treated like they're special. No fire yet. After that, life in the village became very hectic. Woodwell's executioners, a horrific group of soldiers who went around capturing fairies suspected of being the child of prophecy and taking them to the castle. They were to arrive in Tentacle in 3 days. I was to wait for them in my cell until then.
It's time for a heist, a breakout. You finally showed your true colors. Can't wait to hand you over to the High Queen. Never believed you were the child.
What do you mean? So he's a pro-Queen fairy and he's accusing her of not murdering an ex-Queen guard.
Never believed you're the child of prophecy. No way a fairy like you could be our savior.
I don't want to hand you over to Woodwell's, but everyone else says that's what needs to be done with imposters. But is it really so important?
It's awful that things have come to this. We're so close. So very close. Then, I suppose it was always too much to hope for. This village would have disappeared the year you washed up on our shore if you hadn't come along. You and the treasure that was on your boat gave us hope. Now the treasure's all gone. What? Soon our village will be... Then again, we all tell Woodwell's you're the genuine article. Maybe we can still get a sizable reward. You idiots!
I'm sorry, Castor. Should have took the others out of this. You really did. So sad things have turned out this way, too. You really did your best for us. A lot of fairies came to visit me in jail, each for their own reasons. The fairies of Tatangle were divided right down the middle, to supporters of the Queen, supporters of the Child of Prophecy. The fact that I was in jail must mean that the pro-Queen fairies had gathered a numbers advantage. There's no fairy left who could rescue me. But there's some who are willing to look the other way if I escaped. Figured that was enough. Either way, everything hinged on what would happen in 3 days. I'd have one last chance to escape after they let me out of jail, right before they handed me over to the executioners. Made sure to stay in shape so I could run whenever I needed to, with a constant eye out for opportunities. Better believe I'm gonna escape, training my whole life to go on this pilgrimage. Can't let it end before it even begins. End of summer? No? Not yet, okay. Hearing commotion outside, thought the executioners must have come, readied myself to escape. Hey, dude, you went full doom mode, so you're still alive. It's not even these fairies are that stupid. Hector, what are you doing here? What happened to you? Want this? Don't worry about it. We beat a few fairies up to get here. Never mind that. You've got to go. Here, put this on. No helmet? This hat should help protect your head and hide your face at least a little. Huh? And you're here to help me escape? Well, this hat's so cute and stylish. I knew you had good taste, Hector. Still the compliments. Here, get this back for you. It's always yours anyway. Staff? It's the staff of selection that had been taken from me when I was a child. 9 years had gone by since I last saw it, but it still felt like an extension of my body. So sadly, look at a long since lost Merlin's flippant voice. Go on now, hurry. Won't be long before Woodrost's executioners. They show up right now. Oh, no, Hector! Hector! Don't call me by that name. It'll only bring you bad luck. Took out the guards. There'll be new ones here soon. We need to get you out of here while it's still dark. You run as far and as fast as you can. You make it to Salisbury's plains. What's that? It's coming from outside. Oh. At the time, I could only imagine that the executioners had come and set the village on fire. Can't believe it. I knew they would have to cut down the number of mouths to feed for winter. Oh, that's like, is that like swords clashing? I thought that was music that was just very quiet because of the yelling. Killing each other over it? Stupid. Downright pitiful. Fairies do seem to like killing each other over their differences. Probably pro-queen versus pro-child factions. What's going on here? Why are the fairies who called for us killing each other? Who's in charge here? Where's the Child of Prophecy? Please stand back, Lord Woodros. These fairies have all gone mad. Can't question them now. What do you have us do, sir? Bloodthirsty fools. Baton wielders. Exterminate their residents. Oh, okay. Spear wielders. Guard the exits. Can't let any of them escape now. Don't bother putting out the fires until the fairies have been dealt with. Make sure to capture any fairy who could be the Child of Prophecy alive. Her Majesty's orders. I wonder what would have happened if Morgan captured her. Would she have killed her, you think? Or do you think she would have spared her? No! I didn't have any particular plan. Heck, I didn't even have time to think. But just as I was about to make a run for the town square to try and rescue everyone, I think as long as she didn't oppose Morgan, or Morgan would have just kind of like pitied Artoria a little, I guess. Or maybe not, I don't know. Stop, Artoria. You'll never make it in time. You need to get away from here, now. That's why would you want to help them? They're gonna sell you away. I know, but they were still the fairies I'd grown up with. They may have lied to me almost nonstop for my entire life. That didn't mean I could just abandon them. Fool. Just come with me, dang it. They're here for the Child of Prophecy. Once you're gone, there won't be a reason for the executioners to be here anymore. Once you reach the cover of the forest, you can do whatever you want. Grandpa took my hand and ran. There we are. You can go the rest of the way alone. Fought some of Woodrost's soldiers on the way, so it won't be long before more show up.
Need to get away from here before they do. What about you, Grandpa? Don't suppose you could come with me? No, it's like Lord of the Rings. Gandalf dies, but he comes back. And we're gonna see him again at the end. No, I can't. Still have work left to do. Once I'm sure you've escaped, be heading right back to my forge on the Cape. That'll be that. Oh, no, he's fatally wounded, isn't he? We all know it. This is a Pepe again. But nothing but trouble, girl. Don't visit me again. But Hector, she knows he's lying. Couldn't help it. I could see his kind-hearted lies. I could see the deep wounds to his sides, though he had hidden with his clothes. I could see how strong his strong back had practically been cut to ribbons. I could see that his failing heart would stop entirely once I took my eyes off him. Right, you failure of paradise really are a pain, aren't you? The village is done for. The executioners are here. Hold your head high. Grip your staff tight. Now's the time to begin your journey, Artoria. Remember, no matter what anyone says, even if you don't believe it yourself, you are the child of prophecy. You could have killed me that night, but you didn't. That's who you really are. We all knew he was awake. It's like that one scene with Sakura. No matter how much Britain rejects you, how much the fairies shun you, or even how much weaker you are than them, you're still a better choice for savior than anyone else. I don't think you ever realize this yourself. You're not just capable of getting angry for your own sake. Besides, you're the spitting image of her. Stubborn sore loser who keeps getting back up no matter how many times she falls. That's why I know you'll see your chosen path through to the end. Do you think this guy is a reincarnation of the Black Knight? Or was that his name? Remember that guy? The knight who was journeying with Hapatrat or Totodile and Mashu and them? Maybe? Because that's a character who has no reason to exist right now. Oh, I want to go back to the forge and live with you at the Cape. That'd be way more fun. Because once I turn 17, the prophecy won't be true anymore. It won't make any more trouble for you. No! Hector! That dream would never come true. Never even heard what I wanted to say. I don't know who Grandpa was, why he did so much for me. All I know is the heartbeat I can still hear today. Sound of my own, still living heart. Right. That's right. The one thing I have going for me is my ability to quickly cheer up, no matter how many times I'm brought down. Secured my new hat atop my head and gripped the staff of selection tight. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for raising me until I turned 16. The fairy of paradise, the one who's meant to bring Britain to salvation, really needs the salvation. So I'm gonna begin my pilgrimage now, just like you wanted me to. And then she gets lost in the nameless woods. No, she's gotta meet Bart Guest again. Because she was like actually really familiar with her, wasn't she? So she went to Salisbury. That was easier said than done. Forget beginning my pilgrimage. I didn't even get anyone to take me seriously. Tried to meet with the head of the Wind Clan in Salisbury, but the rebel army turned me away at the door. Tried doing a few odd jobs in response to their demands I proved that I was just the child of prophecy, but which hole in the woods do you crawl out of? Clothes are a mess, and you've got almost no magical energy. But at least you're a decent worker. Nice job taking care of the Moors on the highway. I don't know how many centuries it'll take you, but hey, good luck saving Britain. I don't need the shout out prophecy here anyway, girly. We have Lady Aurora looking out for us. She's done a really good job, hasn't she? The fairies are waiting for the shadow prophecy? Ah, don't let them fool ya. They're just pretending. Fairies latch onto anything that seems like fun, even just whatever's trendy. You know, that's probably not wrong. Nobody actually wants or believes in the child of prophecy. But I'll love it if Morgan went away. On her side, we're happy with the way things are now. After being laughed off, I used my anger as fuel to take me from west to east and back again. Fooling myself into thinking that starting with smaller villages would yield better results than big cities, went around the forest, visiting all kinds of places. But it was no different. Everywhere I went, people laughed at me, used me, and dropped me like so much garbage. On the surface,
they're all for the Child of Prophecy. But on the inside, isn't there anything more fun to do? Now I see. They all love rumors about the Child of Prophecy. The actual child is just a big pain. And no one to teach me, no companions to commemorate with. Every fairy in Britain hated me the second they laid eyes on me. Since humans had no love for fairies either, all I could do was travel alone. This is hard. Really hard. Is this the Nameless Village? Consumed by depression, decided to go to the Nameless Woods. Yep. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Didn't have a particular plan in mind. Just wanted to be someone other than myself, even if only for a little while. But the curse of the Nameless Woods didn't even affect fairies from paradise. But was she just pretending the whole time? So much for that. She just pretended to be Mashu? So I just pretended to have lost my memory and went off to the newcomer tent to sulk. But then, a new fairy was carried in. Mashu? He had lost his memory, was in such bad shape both physically and mentally, that I felt like I had to help him. But most of all, I thought, he's forgetting about the Child of Prophecy? Maybe there's a chance we can be friends. And that's the end of my summer memories. Okay, one more and then getting Excalibur or something, I don't know. There's 2 arrows left, so. What's spring memories gonna be though? Oh, 0 AP, what the heck? I wanted to talk more about like light novels or something. I don't know. This is it. We're finally done with the spring memories. Since they're spring, I'm sure they're gonna be lots of fun. Nocturay dying, Gareth dying, who else has died? If at any obstacles we run into here will be total pushovers. You won't have to worry much about taking them down. Hoping we won't have to fight any more of those Moors. Me too. Those really are Artoria's memories given physical form. I can only imagine how painful they must be for her. Even just facing them as Moors makes me feel like my heart's being gouged out of my chest. Don't worry, that's all done with now that we're past summer. Spring memories are fun times only. The only kinds of obstacles I'd expect to see here are things like... There'll probably be Artoria herself dressed to the nines, or an enormous feast full of delicious foods. What if there's nothing? What if there are no spring memories? That's all well and good. Before we start fighting, one thing I want to clear up. Also, this piano song's good. You said that the Fairy of Paradise, who rings all the bells of pilgrimage, becomes the sacred sword itself, right? Does that mean Artoria is going to disappear once it's done? Yes, that's right. Creating the sacred sword's conceptual foundation will destroy everything she was, is, never will be. That is the Fairy of Paradise's duty, her function. Even then, the sacred sword won't be easy to forge. Everything about her, every experience she's had, all her memories, even spirit origin, her very fate, grand order, will be used as materials to make it. It's not a sacrifice, it's an equivalent exchange. It has to be her. Can't be anyone else. Those 6 fairies, they could have just done it easily, but they got too lazy. Does Artoria know this? Yeah, she's got to know this. Oh yes, she knows very well that fulfilling her duty means the end for her. That much should have been made clear to her from the beginning. I know how you all feel, but please understand, this really is the only way. Dude, she has a 3rd ascension. We all know she's not dying. She knew what would happen when she entered the spirit cavern. Yes, the situation may have forced her hand, but she's still heading to the site of selection of her own free will. Huh? You're all here? Artoria? Wait, you're back already? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, we still haven't fun and she has no fun memories. I see. Oh, that was easy, huh? Literally over before I knew it. That's the site of selection on top of that hill, huh? Yeah, last one there's a rotten egg. Can't believe it. All those horrible memories. Even at the end, she
I know. Just ain't right. Muramasa, it's time. Be the grandpa she needs. But you know, Horsey, nothing else. Glad you're so dang mad about it. So look, whatever happens next, let's let the old man here handle it. Let's go. Give us a CG of Muramasa's back. Come on. Muramasa? What do you mean by... Never mind that now. Come on. We need her gone. She really will go on ahead of us. Either way, this is the end of her long journey. Let's see how this mission of hers plays out. 1 arrow to go. Fragment, yay! Data selection. Oh, after this I can roll for Balbon Sith. I think she's on the banner. And I'm definitely gonna get her. Oh, we got... It looks like snow. Wait. You remember, remember on the northern coast, it looked like snow, but it was actually, like... The Tears of Fairies? Or... It was something. Whenever I close my eyes, this is where I'd be. Whenever I sleep, this is where I'd be. I think they actually reused this background from like LB2 though. No, that's wrong. I want to say it got used in LB2. It's a lie. Whether my eyes are open or closed, whether I'm asleep or awake, this is how the world has always looked to me. The wind, the clouds, they're not really a storm. They're all people's voices. So awful to look at that I've put out my own eyes. So horrible to hear that I've plugged my ears. But it didn't matter. Nothing banished the darkness, or made the wind stop howling. This is the tainted land where I need to fulfill my duty as the Fairy of Paradise. Can't do this. I just can't do this. But no one would listen no matter how loud I screamed. Since the wind was blowing so fiercely I couldn't even hear myself. For everything I'd experienced in the village, getting to know more fairies better, the storm only intensified. I have no idea which direction I should go, what I should even look for. You know how this sounds? Queen Morgan was honestly kind of lucky. She wanted to make Britain into her own kingdom. It's thanks to that powerful, envy-inspiring goal of hers that she navigated this storm without losing her way. Muramasa's back time! Come, this is not Life's Blade works, come on. But I don't have anything like that. Not one single thing. I hate Britain. I hate fairies. I hate humans. Oh, come on! I thought we were cool! So how could I ever see a way through this storm? That's not right. I could see a way. It was shown to me when I rang the bells of pilgrimage. Artoria Pendragon, King of Britain. When I heard that she was my proper human history self, I thought I was gonna throw up. The ideal knight. King who lived her whole life for others, sacrificed all she had for Britain's future. I don't want to end up like her. I could never live a life like that. To create the sacred sword is also to determine her fate. Without the sacred sword, her life would be different. Without the sacred sword, Britain would come to a different end. Forget this. To just give up. That's it. After all, the only one who can save her. That's what I thought to myself each and every time I heard the bells ring. But I can still see that star. Don't know what that star is. I do know it's not my dream, my goal, or something I care about. But it's always been there, ever since I was born. May have grown small and weak at times, but it was always there, no matter how intense the storm got. I don't know where I want to go. I don't care about my duty. I want to forget all this child of prophecy stuff. So why? Never stop moving forward. I didn't want to give up. I couldn't let this storm beat me. I don't get it. Why am I so obstinate? What is it that's stopping me from throwing my life away? As a Fairy of Paradise, I didn't have a spring. I didn't have much of anything. That's why I at least want to know why I couldn't just give up. I'm no queen, I'm no savior. So what brought an ordinary nobody like me so far? What did that tiny star mean for an ordinary girl like me? That's a pretty background. Is this side of selection? Oh, it's using it. Is this song in Fates Tonight? It might be in the like the
Yota Nua, you know, saber ending, true ending. I don't know what it's called. The forge meant to make the sacred sword? That's right. That thing in the middle there is the furnace, the center of the universe. That's where the Fairy of Paradise is meant to go. All you have to do is stand there. The sacred sword will come into being. Not just for this lost spot either. I'll also finally bestow you with the sacred sword, the one whose concept was wiped clean from your world. It won't just be something a heroic spirit temporarily reproduces. So, proper human history lost its Excalibur? We get that one back? I thought we were gonna yoink the one from this lost belt, but yeah, no, Nasu's just writing crazy stuff. It'll be a weapon capable of defeating an invader from a foreign world for the humans of this time period. Does that mean doing this will save Horsey and Mashu's world? They'll make the impossible possible. They'll go from having no chance to having a small chance. Well, that's all the more reason to do this. Britain will go back to the way it used to be. It'll save the outside world too. What more could we ask for? But it'll also mean... Hey, what's wrong? Both look almost sick. What is it? You need to rest up outside? It's okay if you do. Probably won't take too long anyway. Not that. Yes, that's right. Creating the sacred sword's conceptual foundation will destroy everything she was, is, never will. But yeah, so we read this like 15 minutes ago. Oh, geez, we're 50 minutes in. Glad I cut this one into two. ... She knows what I'm thinking. I don't need to say it out loud. No. She doesn't know what I'm thinking. Was that an unskippable? I'm going back. Okay, I hope that was an unskippable choice. Otherwise, I'm about to skip this whole cutscene. Okay. Come on, Tori, this is nuts. You don't have to do this. Don't be silly, Horsey. You're the one who praised me for not running away. It's okay to run away sometimes, though. Okay, here goes. Sartoria's back. I thought it was gonna be Muramasa's, but I didn't know she had a ribbon back there. Oh, since I won't have another chance to say this, I need to get something off my chest. I hated every minute of my life. Everything about it. Humans, fairies, Britain, my duty, everything. Fighting is terrifying. Hatred is exhausting. I've been so much happier just living a normal life. But I knew how much saying that would disappoint everyone, so I just had to act like a good, dutiful child of prophecy. That made our journey together a balancing act for me. A hard one. Every time I thought, well, I somehow hung on this time, but I'm sure I'll give up next time. Honestly, no one's more shocked than me that I made it this far. What more boss to say? A cool speech that makes Artoria smile. Forging the sacred sword means erasing fairy Britain from existence. I'll never really love fairies or humans, but always see the wish they held in their hearts. Every one of the fairies was suffering inside. They all wished for salvation. Even if they're sinners, even if they're just getting what they deserve, I can't believe they brought this on themselves. Because, hey, we're all the same. Lies of omission and outright deception are just parts of life. And even under all those lies, everyone truly wished to be saved. I swear, I really wish they'd cut that kind of stuff out. It's really hard, walking this Avalon path. Sometimes I just wanted to shout, can't someone cut me some freaking slack? But looking back now, I'm glad. My life wasn't all bad after all. Until now, standing here, I don't think there's a way I, of all people, could save this world. But someone like me could never be allowed to end their world. I mean, not fair to decide a world's fate when you don't even like the world, right? Right. But you're still gonna do it anyway, huh? Yeah, I am. Gonna fulfill my duty here. Crazy thing is, even I don't know why. It's probably for some silly, selfish reason, something no one else could ever understand. You know, It's the same sort of thing that kept you going in the Garden of Lost World, Horsey. The same kind of thing that made you stand firm in the face of the calamity in Norwich, Mashu. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing this for me. Not even doing it because it's right. I think I've been making my way through this storm because there's something I just can't turn my back on. My fingertips dissolve first. No! They're not actually. Muramasa is gonna do something. My fingertips dissolve first. They're not gonna end her. No, that's not happening. I can feel the contours of my entire body fading away. My memories will probably go after this. Then my sense of self. The planet's inner sea isn't stripping away all my memories at once. Just one's just as good as another. To make this sacred sword is to go through them carefully, so I could understand humanity in the present day. There's only ever a means to learn about them, so it could shape a better, more powerful sacred sword. I miss Tristan. I forget he made it to Salisbury. Gareth and Rachel Bay. It's me! Good. This should make me into a good sword. Wait. Oh no, don't tell Shio's gonna come out of Muramasa. A sword bright like the star I saw in that storm. The planet's light that won't ever fade in the face of the wicked. A sword that isn't me, from a place that isn't here. Don't wait, Muramasa's gonna save her. Trust me. A sword bearing the wishes of the masses, of the Mashus, and hope for their happiness. A sword who can hold her head high at sight of selection, and the saber fit to stay by your side. Oh, so glad. As Castor, the fairy of paradise, may not have had spring memories. But as Artoria, as myself, I have such wonderful memories of my journey. Ah, Shimerlit. My body's gone now. By creating the sacred sword, I finally fulfill my duties, the fairy of paradise, the Avalon le Fae. My journey as Castor will come to an end. And that's okay. I didn't come this far because I was afraid to die. Still, I just wish I could have found out what that light was. The light I've seen all my life. The light that's seen me all my life. Wanting to know what it was, and determined not to give up until I found out, what kept me going all this time. That I'd find out somewhere on my pilgrimage? Never did. That's the one regret. Yeah! Can't end things just then, can you? Let's go! Huh? What are you doing here? What do you mean, what am I doing here? What the hell else is gonna forge this sword? My whole life's been about making blades and cutting through destiny and karma. Said you goddamn Muramasa. Go on, move aside. You brought the iron, and let the swordsmith do his job. Oh, this is the planet's inner sea, the universe's furnace, huh? Oh boy, just getting close is enough to burn you. And that's what I'm talking about. This right here, this is a job worth doing. Thanks, Artoria. Guarding you wasn't a bad gig, but this is much more my kind of work. You got a say in it? I'll take a searing forge over escort duty any day of the week. You can't. Thank you so much. So much, but you can't do this. I'll burn you to ash. Who do you think he is? He's Muramasa. I'll burn you to ash. Fine by me. Swordsmiths were born to pound iron. You do that in the God's own domain. That's worth burning my life away. Wait. Muramasa's not actually gonna die here, is he? Is he? Because the smithy's supposed to be hot. So I ain't gonna stop pounding for nothing. Not even if my whole spirit origin burns up. That's his arm. There we go. It's coming along nicely. Basic ship's all set. Now I'm gonna temper it.
How are you gonna stop? You can't. I'm floating. Why am I floating? Oh, that? Oh, because I took over here. Probably gonna boot it out so you don't get in the way. Alright, Child of Prophecy. See you around. Got more iron than I need for this sword, so don't need to use it all. Especially if you still got something left to do. Could use this power for the final finishing touch. Want you to take it for yourself. In exchange, I'm gonna use this to finish the job. Since you bought my life, seems only right that I pay you back with it, right? Are they actually killing Muramasa here? Don't be ridiculous. You've more than paid me back for that. That's you from the outside world. You're Horsey's enemy. You don't have any connection to Britain. Don't you have another job you need to do? Chill. Don't know how I'm gonna face the foreign god now. But hey, I'll probably never see her again anyway. Don't worry about it. Doing this because it's what I want. Just like you. This was always my destiny. That said, sorry I never gonna make you that bird. Wait! Is that's what he saw in the river that Artoria Caster wanted? Because she always wanted that bird that the first smith made, but she couldn't. It all comes together. Is he for real dead? But I was always kind of wondering when, you know, Muramasa would like be dealt with, right? Like, you know how what's his name? The guy from Hey and Carol Limbo has his own thing, and Koyanskaya, and I assume Kirai's gonna get one, but I'm not crying. The light went out. Artoria. I didn't even notice Muramasa disappear. Her spirit origin signal is gone. Artoria? Now the sacred sword had to be made. Did it really have to be? I know, right? They had to be able to come up with a better way. Just so inefficient, not to mention inhumane. But I guess it's probably too much to ask for a planet's soul. Basically what the inner sea is, to think humanely. ... Sorry to keep you waiting, Horsey. Macho. Oh, is she gonna third ascension? This is the essence of the sacred sword. Go on, take it. I'm sure Da Vinci and the other people at Chaldea will be able to use this as the base for a powerful offensive spell. Wish I could have given you Excalibur itself. I'm afraid things didn't work out that way. Dang it, we don't get to have good using Excalibur like Shio used Excalibur. Oh, one in the shield? Super Saiyan Mashu? It's just like a holy grail. Hold up, what's going on? Where'd Grandpa go? You mean, how did she come back? I'm as surprised as you are. Really thought the Forge would just be turning out a new Excalibur specifically for Chaldea's use. Hang on, where's the ginger? I see. So there's someone who gave her a tiny reprieve. Muramasa? I believe the old man is gone. Now I see. It wasn't Artoria's spirit origin that disappeared. It was actually Muramasa. But I saw this coming. I didn't think you'd die. You really did protect her to the end. Oh, this is just gonna be a fake out. It comes back up. Hey guys, I got no arms. What's up? You really did refuse to compromise on his word, but you really did protect you to the end. Yes, the heroic spirit Senju Muramasa sacrificed himself for what he believed in. The only reason I'm standing here now is because he insisted on performing the finishing touches himself. Now that the sacred sword has been delivered to the planet's inner sea, the premise behind this lost spell has been overturned. In time, it will be gently pruned away as though it never existed. But before that happens, there's something you need to do. Fairy Britain, the lost world made by the traitorous Morgan, is not part of this lost belt. As such, the Calamity Griddle is not subject to the pruning theoretical phenomenon. That's a big word, how do you know that? Represents a threat to humanity you must defeat yourselves. Something different about you now, but glad you're safe and sound. Welcome back, Artoria.
Thanks, Horsey. But she looks so sad there. Maggie's the custodian of the sacred sword and stronger than ever. True. No matter how you slice it, you're definitely powered up. And wait, that magecraft theory. Instead of hero creation, you have sacred sword creation. Oh, is that her skill names that got changed? No fair. How do you get a skill like that? You get out to steal my thunder or something? It's okay, Adori, just ignore him. It's too bad Foe isn't here right now. Alright. Now we both have different roles to play, so I'll take this as a win and move on. The heroic spirit Sid protected her. She still lives as a result. This too is fate. Grand Order. Sacred Sword has been forged. This is the moment of planet. Oh, the moment of planet is born. They said the name. The Child of Prophecy fulfilled her duty, aided by the foreign mage. Oh, music. So now it's my turn to help. I'm going to do a small-scale restoration of Britain to the way it was before things turned completely hopeless. Specifically, I'm going to turn back the clock on Cerninos, at least a little bit. You could do that? Turn back the clock? Into before he appeared? That's right. Once Cerninos shows up and covers the land in his curse, not even the Sacred Sword's protection will be enough for you to win. So I'm going to have him go back in time by, let's say 2 hours. So you suspected something like this might happen, so I've kept the entire pit in a dream. Of course! This is actually Holmes in disguise. Once I have Cerninos wake up, I'll be as though the events in that dream, and as everything that took place there over the last 2 hours, never happened. It's something similar in our group, didn't I? Don't remember that at all. Assuming to Tiamat? Indeed. It's been pretty boring waiting around here ever since I was freed from the garden, so I spent some time casting a spell in the pit. He had nothing better to do. He was just throwing magic down there, see what happens. My spirit origin is practically falling apart now as a result. Oh well. Wait. Are you I thought you weren't a servant. Suffice to say, once I disengage my dream zone, I'll probably disappear along with it. Wish I could stick around to see how your battle goes. Sadly, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Isn't like... Does that mean Merlin's going to be canonically dead then? Oh, but don't worry about me. Even I felt bad about basically demanding Artoria be the only one to sacrifice everything. Sure, things didn't turn out exactly as I planned, but hey, that's why we built in margins of error. For my last trick, I'll even help you out by sending you straight to the storm border. Then I'm going to go back to the spirit cavern. That's convenient. When you get there, it'll be 1 hour before Cerninos shows up. You'll have another hour after that before his curse spreads everywhere. That gives you 2 hours to settle this. But this time, you'd have at least have a fighting chance. Muramasa and I both gave everything we had for all this. All you have to do now is the best you can. Isn't that right, Nameless King? Oh no, not the Nameless King. Can I ask you to watch over Horsey and Mashu for me? Of course. You take care too, Major Flowers. After all, this is just a shadow of Avalon, so I'm sure the real you is still imprisoned in that tower. Oh what? This isn't the real Merlin? So I threw that too, did you? And you're definitely the Sacred Sword's guardian now. Alright, back to dying Britain with you all. Once you overcome its twilight skies, you'll find clear blue ahead. We done? No, oh! Further monologue. He's transparent. Good, got them back safely. But I made it before I ran out of time. Oh, I just remembered, I forgot to ask something. Been following the Chaldean Stargazer's journey with my clairvoyance as much as possible. Horsey talked to himself a lot more than usual this— oh my god! They don't know about Oberon! He doesn't know! Wonder what that was all about. I can't wait for Oberon to show up and reveal his 10-part master plan. I mean, you gotta give him props though, he fooled even Merlin. And Morgan. And everyone. Salisbury. Extend— oh, interlude, okay. Wait, hold on. Where is it? No, I'm gonna get her, trust me. Give me good luck, Da Vinci-chan. Where is it gonna be? The first one? No. Second one? No. Third one? No.
Oh, it's not out yet. No. There's gonna be a banner for basically the Avalon le Fae servants. Well, Oberon's the big one. Then some of the Tomlin. Oh well, I'll save that. Like, I kind of want to blow it on Karen right now, but realistically, I could get Balbon Sith in a 1-roll, right? That's not gonna happen with, well, wait, it's possible with Karen, but more unlikely. Nope, okay. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.